Sheila McKenzie, and Field of Play Manager Mr. Brian Thompson.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome onto poolside, led by the past president Murray Devine, your officials.
Line up.
Line up.
Single file.
Single file.
Quick march left.
Right.
Left.
Right.
You can go but be back soon. You can go but while you're working. This place I'm pacing round until you're home, safe and sound. Very well, but be back soon. Who can tell where danger's lurking? Do not forget this tune. Be back soon.
How could we forget? How could we let our dear old Fagin worry? We love him so we'll come back on in oh such a great big hurry. It's in the praise of Viper. It's us that calls the tune. So long, farewell, pip, pip, cheerio, we'll be back soon.
Cheerio, but be back soon. I don't know, somehow I miss you. I love you, that's why I say cheerio. Not goodbye, don't be gone long, be back soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, your officials. And your announcer and commentator for this session is Mr. A.D. Heesum.
Thank you very much. So let's get started then. This afternoon is session 7. It's miserable outside, but it's warm in here. We're going to have some fantastic swimming. We've got backstroke for you this afternoon, 50 meters of backstroke, followed by 200 meters of breaststroke. Heats and finals all in the one session. Lots of good swimming to come. If you haven't already, can the boys for the 50 meters backstroke start making their way to the waiting area, please? We'll just get all the final checks done before we start swimming. Okay, let's have a test start then, please. Sounds pretty good to me. The scoreboard is moving too. All technical things are working. Let's just test the stops. Marvelous. Good finish there from lane 3. Well done, Brian. Okay, as with this morning, lots of noise then, please, with the swimmers when they're underway. Nice and quiet for the starts. I'll announce the finalists with plenty of time at the end of each event. And as always, we'll have 8 finalists and 2 reserve swimmers named. We're on with session 7 then. This is event 317. The boys 10 and over, 50 meters backstroke. Referee. Really not much time for commentating on these 50 races. We've got Ryan Wall in lane 1 from Royston, Joseph O'Hara at lane 2, Hatfield, Joel Peterson at lane 3, also from Hatfield, Maximilian Coltman from Cheshunt in lane 4. Finlay Guest, Watford swimmer in lane 5, Kevin Moldovan in lane 6 from Cheshunt, William Fawcett, Watford in 7, and Cub Madison completes the field in lane 8. Looks like Maximilian Coltman here in lane 4 is going to win this one with Ryan Wall over in lane 1, cruising in there. Did he touch the wall? We're not sure. Don't think he touched the pad there. That concludes the first heat of 10 in this race. Clear the pool, please. Clear the pool. Heat 2, referee. Four Potters Bar swimmers in this one. Theo Lim from Watford though, lane 1. Jason Hicks, Watford, lane 2. James Renton, Potters Bar, lane 3. Nathaniel Mapley, lane 4 from Costa. Jake Moore, Potters Bar, lane 5. Roshan Brown, Hatfield, lane 6. Kobe Cornwell, Potters Bar, lane 7. And Ethan Howard, Potters Bar, lane 8. All these Potters Bar boys trained together, 12 and 11 years old. Bit of bragging rights to beat here. Looks like Jake Moore's going to take the bragging rights, but it is Nathaniel Mapley in lane 4, who touched first by my eye. Looks like the timing board might have been a little off there. Clear the pool, please, boys. Clear the pool. Heat 3, referee. Jamie Ismatuliev in lane 1 from Watford. Igor Mordeja, in lane 2 from Cheshunt. Fergus Reed, lane 3, Costa. Charlie Stanbury, Potters Bar, lane 4. Callum Cox from Ware in lane 5. Alexander Calvabore in lane 6 from Berkhamsted. Jason Ho, Hatfield swim in lane 7. And Jargo Derrington had a good swim this morning from Bishop Stortford in lane 8. Charlie Stanbury, though, qualified 36.50. Finishes there, 35.14. Good score from him there. Great swim. Really pleased. Well done there. Clear the pool, boys. Clear the pool. That's it. Heat 4, referee. Thomas Godfrey in lane 1 from Costa. James Atwell, lane 2, Hartmanden. Oliver Carpenter, lane 3, Costa. Kieran Burkitt, also Costa, lane 4. Nathaniel Hopkins, Verulam, lane 5. Matthew Martin, lane 6, Costa. Enzo Lim from Watford in lane 7. And Max Hill from Stevenage in lane 8. Looks like Oliver Carpenter, lane 3, coming through to take that one from Costa. Good strong finish also from Costa. There's Kieran Burkitt. Clear the pool, boys. Clear the pool. Heat 5, referee. Noah Cornwell, Potters Bar, lane 1. Luke Flynn, Watford, lane 2. Arvin Rodriguez, Watford, lane 3. Samuel Pyfinch from Tring, lane 4. George Thorne, Berkhamsted, lane 5. Sebastian John from Hatfield, lane 6. Taylor Coe, Cheshunt, lane 7. And Ethan Baskerville from Hatfield in lane 8. Pretty close at the front here, Ethan Baskerville, lane 8, but it's lane 4. Samuel Pyfinch from Tring just taking that one, 32.08. Heat 6, referee. Billy Barbar in lane 1 from Potters Bar. Devesh Kapoor, lane 2, Watford. Luke Niekamp, in lane 3 from Berkhamsted. Katan Rach, lane 4, Watford. Oscar Bryce, lane 5, City of St Albans. Thomas Ogden, lane 6, Bishop Stortford. Joshua Bridgeland, lane 7, Hatfield. And Harry Arbuthnot, lane 8 from Harpenden. This one is going to be run by lane 6, Thomas Ogden. A close finish there with Joshua Bridgeland in Hatfield in lane 7. Heat 7, referee. Benjamin Green, Watford, lane 1. Michael Kerwin Bushy, lane 2. Dominic McCarthy from Hoddesdon, lane 3. Zane Batt, Cheshunt, lane 4. Nathaniel Olayomi, lane 5, Watford. Luke Pastal from Hatfield, lane 6. Kieran Cook, Costa, lane 7. And Daniel Martin, also from Costa, in lane 8. Really no time to commentate. Big reach forward there from lane 6. Pulled it too early though. Lane 5 came through just ahead with a stroke to beat him there. Nathaniel Olayomi taking that one. Heat 8, referee. Joseph Caldwell, Hemel Hempstead, lane 1. Thomas Cadenhead, Costa, lane 2. Daniel Lush, Potters Bar, lane 3. Jude Lydiard, Costa, lane 4. Adam Martin, lane 5, also Potters Bar. Callum Davis from Bishop Stortford, lane 6. Ashley Coombs, lane 7, Hemel Hempstead. And James Chennels from Berkhamsted, lane 8. It's Jude Lydiard, though, Costa going through here to take the lead. Third place there was Callum Davis. Second place, Callum Davis. And in third place, Adam Martin, Potters Bar, in his Budgie Smugglers. Clear the pool. Heat 9, referee. Alexander Caton, lane 1, Bishop Stortford. Samron Sandhu, lane 2, Harpenden. Michael Ripper, lane 3, Costa. Daniel Murta from lane 4, Hatfield. Harrison Lease, lane 5, Watford. Ishmael Rahim, lane 6, Berkhamsted. Thomas Stanbury, lane 7, Potters Bar. And Ayatobi Laguda from Hatfield in lane 8. It is going to be the Hatfield swimmer then. Lane 5, Harrison Lease, who won that one. Okay, I have a notice of disqualification from Heat 2, lane 6, for a technical infringement. Heat 10, referee. Jack Emerson Hitchin, lane 1. Charlie King, Costa, lane 2. Callum Wollaston, lane 3 from Cheshunt. Daniel Chader from Bishop Stortford, lane 4. No swimmer, lane 5. Jamie Braxton, Hitchin, lane 6. Samuel Hutchings, lane 7 from Hemel Hempstead. And Kohei Watanabe in lane 8 from Hatfield. Big finish there, though, all the way in. Daniel Chader, 28-2. Fantastic swimming there from him to take that final heat there. Event 318 is the girls 10 and over, 50 meters backstroke. Referee. We've got 14 heats coming in the girls 50-meter backstroke. The first one, 3 swimmers, of course. Chloe Coister in lane 3, Hatfield swimmer. Florence Dye, lane 4 from Costa. And Alila Adaro Burnett from Verulam in lane 5. Turning pretty much together there, but Leela just coming out on top. Really nothing in this as they come down the final 15. Leela maybe with a couple of inches there. Who's going to take second? Leela's got the first. Could be Florence on the touch. It is Leela, Florence, and then Chloe. Well done. Clear the pool, please, swimmers. Clear the pool. Heat 2, referee. Years old apart from Sophie Hollis there in lane 2, who is our youngest swimmer at 10. So we have Hannah Cushion, in lane 1 from Hatfield. Sophie Hollis, lane 2, Costa. Phoebe Matthews, lane 3, Hatfield. Ashwari Megan, lane 4, Stevenage. Jessica Dunnett, lane 5, Stevenage. Amy Harper, lane 6, Watford. And Chloe Hodgkinson in lane 7 from Hemel. Once again, Sophie Hollis over there in lane 2's 10. All the other swimmers 11, and it is 11-year-old Jessica Dunnett from Stevenage who takes that one. Clear the pool, please, swimmers. I have a notice of disqualification from Heat 10 of the boys event, lane 2, for a technical infringement. Heat 3, referee. Thea Patel, lane 1, Potters Bar. Abby Hackworth, lane 2, Hatfield. Razor Vickery, lane 3, City of St Albans. Karis Tollan, lane 4, City of St Albans. Amy Boreham, lane 5 from Watford. Phoebe Gill, lane 6 from Hatfield. Sophie Bradley, lane 7 from Tring. And Eva Glynn in lane 8 from Verulam. Thea Patel going well over in lane 1, but it is lane 6. Phoebe Gill from Hatfield's going to take this one as she glides in. Nearly caught there at the end. Possibly was. Not sure about the touch. Lane 5's come up there. I think it was lane 6 touch first, but we'll see how that goes. Heat 4, referee. Megan Worley in lane 1 from Watford. Jamie Wardell, lane 2, Bishop Stortford. Holly Morgan, lane 2, 3 from Hoddesdon. Sarah McGrath, lane 4, Hatfield. Sophie Ledger, lane 5, Hatfield. Neve O'Mara in lane 6 from Watford. Amelia Clark, Mother of Dragons, in lane 7 from Watford. And Olivia Warchik-Jarjoshish from Verulam in lane 8. Sarah McGrath is going to take this one, lane 4, closely followed there in lane 3 by Holly Morgan. Hey 5, referee. Isabel Geller, lane 1, Tring. Bella Parkus from Hoddesdon, lane 2. Anastasia Wilkinson from Hatfield, lane 3. Lucy Coyabel from Costa, lane 4. Jessica Coleman from Stevenage in lane 5. Fleur Hill, Hatfield, lane 6. Chloe Longhurst, Stevenage, lane 7. And Grace Corley from Hemel Hempstead, lane 8. It's going to be lane 5 though, Jessica Coleman, who's going to take this one. Good strong finish there. Touched strongly, I'm not sure about the board again. Definitely touched first there in lane 5. I have a notice of disqualification from Heat 1 in this event, lane 3, for a technical infringement. Heat 6, referee. Katie Knight from City of St Albans, lane 1. Kira Wharton from Tring, lane 2. Kia Phillips from Bishop Stortford, lane 3. Eliza Connery, Potters Bar, lane 4. Leora Gudgeon from Verulam, lane 5. Emma Craig, Hartman in lane 6. Maggie Fleet, Watford, lane 7. And Freya Riley from Bishop Stortford is in lane 8. Lane 2 going well here. Kira Wharton from Tring. Closely being caught now by lane 6. Can she finish it? Lane 6 just took second, Emma Craig. And Laura Gudgeon from Verulam took third. Heat 7, referee. Molly Cobold from Hoddesdon Lane 1. Abby Larkman, Hoddesdon Lane 2. Tilly Beckwith, Hemel Lane 3. Isabel Chapman, Harpenden Lane 4. Ellen Nykamp from Berkhamsted got a great start there in Lane 5. Lucy Hinks, Lane 6 is Hoddesdon swimmer. Hannah Brooke from Lane 7. Harpenden, and Isabella Yeebsley in Lane 8 is from Hatfield. And it is Ellen Nykamp here going really well in Lane 5. Got a great start from the field and then held it all the way. Lane 4 nearly come through there with an extra stroke at the end to take the goal, but she took silver in the end, or sorry, the second position. Heat 8, referee. Jessica Robertson, City of St Albans in Lane 1. Catherine Ryan from Hoddesdon Lane 2. Laura Hull, Bishop Stortford swimming Lane 3. Emily Radon, City of St Albans swimming Lane 4. Daisy Sandon, Stevenage Lane 5. Sophie Chen, Hatfield Lane 6. Eleanor Craig, Watford Lane 7. And Charlotte Anderson, Bishop Stortford swimming in Lane 8. Far side of the pool, we've got Lane 3 coming through strongly. It's all going to be on the touch between 3 and 5. And it okay. Looked like Lane 3 to me, but there you go. Heat 9, referee. Amelia Dunwoody, City of St Albans Lane 1. Courtney Cross, Stevenage Lane 2. Brianna Maisie from Tring, Lane 3. Sally Hull, Lane 4 from Bishop Stortford. Iliad Dunwoody, City of St Albans Lane 5. Amelia Anderton, Hemel Hempstead Lane 6. Gemma Nottage Lane 7 from Watford. And Chloe Burko-Boateng from Hatfield in Lane 8. And it looks like Lane 1. Good finish there from Lane 1, Amelia Dunwoody, sorry. And Chloe Burko-Boateng coming in second there. Heat 10, referee. Millie Fields, Bishop Stortford Lane 1. Ellie Hollis, City of St Albans Lane 2. Gemma Hansen, Hatfield Lane 3. Florrie Gertz, City of St Albans Lane 4. Libby Chambers, Verulam Lane 5. Abigail Hewson, Berkhamsted Lane 6. Courtney Burke, Cheshunt Lane 7. And Fiona Holmes, Watford Lane 8. Really nothing in this one. All going to be on the touch. Lane 1, 33.08. Great finish there from Millie Fields from Bishop Stortford. I have a notice of disqualification here from event, 317, Heat 1, Lane 4 for a technical infringement, and from 318, that's this event, Heat 7, Lane 6 for a technical infringement. Heat 11, referee. Tell him now. Hannah Corralen, lane 1, Hitchin. Jessica Heesum, lane 2, Potters Bar. Bailey Wilkes, lane 3, Hatfield. Jessica Woodward, lane 4, Hatfield. Anya Fletcher, lane 5, Bishop Stortford. Bianca Mizakova, Hatfield, lane 6. Sophie Burns, Watford, lane 7. Shona McKenna, Hemel Hempstead, lane 8. Not much in this one. On the touch then. 32.96. Lane 3, Bailey Wilkes took that one. I have a couple of announcements, referee. If you could just give me a second. So this is just a notice to parents. A number of you have asked about the times on the timing boards. All times shown on the live stream and on scoreboards are provisional and subject to ratification by the referee. The results displayed on the website, the touch screens and sent to the rankings are the actual confirmed times. So please bear in mind what you see up there sometimes isn't the final result. I also have the finalists for the boys backstroke, which I'd like to read out now. The 10, 11-year-old finalists are Joel Peterson, Kobe Cornwell, Ethan Howard, Igor Mordeja, Kevin Moldovan, William Fawcett and Ryan Wall. There are no reserves for this race. The 12-year-olds, the finalists are Max Hill, Thomas Godfrey, Nathaniel Mapley, Callum Cox, Finley Guest, Alexander Calvabore, Jago Derrington, Fergus Reed. The reserves are Jake Moore and Jason Ho. In the 13-year-old cage group, the results are Samuel Pyfinch, Ethan Baskerville, Oliver Carpenter, Luke Flynn, Kieran Burkett, James Atwell, Enzo Lim and Charlie Stanbury, with a reserve Matthew Martin. The 14-year-olds, Thomas Ogden, Ketan Arach, Benjamin Green, Oscar Bryce, Arvin Rodriguez, Sebastian John, Noah Cornwell and Taylor Coe. The reserve Nathaniel Hopkins. In the 15-year-old category, Daniel Murta, Alexander Caton, Nathaniel Oliomi, Luke Pastal, Joshua Bridgeland, Zane Batt, Kieran Cook and Daniel Martin, with the reserves Billy Barber and Devesh Kapoor. And in the 16-year-over category, Jude Lydiard, Daniel Chada, Samuel Hutchings, Callum Davis, Harrison Lease, Jamie Braxton, Adam Martin and Ayatoba Laguda, with reserves Michael Ripper and Callum Wollaston. You have 10 minutes. Please, coaches, 10 minutes to register any withdrawals. Thank you. Heat 12, referee. On with the Heat 12 then, Charlotte Watson, Berkhamsted lane 1, Sophie Catch, lane 2, Hatfield, Rebecca Sewell from Hemel Hempstead in lane 3, Neve James, Bishop Stortford lane 4, Claire Burrell, City of St Albans lane 5, Lily Merritt, Hoddesdon lane 6, Emily Lush, Potters Bar lane 7, and Molly Bladley from Tring in lane 8. Lane 5 there, 31-11, took that one, Claire Burrell. Clear at the side, please, swimmers. Heat 13, referee. Madeline Stairs, lane 1, Watford. Agnes Burns, lane 2, Harpenden. Grace Wiley, lane 3, Hatfield. Josie Precious White, Bishop Stortford Swimmer, lane 4. Lauren Stott, Hatfield, lane 5. Isabel Harbour, lane 6, Verulam. Libby Dunford, lane 7, Hoddesdon. And Isabel Salisbury in Berkhamsted in lane 8. Yeah, big finish there from Josie Precious White. Bishop Stortford Swimmer takes that one 30.51 ahead of Lauren Stott from Hatfield. Heat 14, referee. Larissa Dean from Harpenden's lane 1, Keelan McKenna. Hemel Hempstead lane 2, Sarah O'Brien. Hartford lane 3, Beatrice Barda. City of St Albans lane 4, Amy Godsave. Hatfield lane 5, Sophie Taylor from Costa in lane 6. Harriet Clements, Watford lane 7, and Jessica Keogh from Hatfield lane 8. And it's Amy Godsave out here in front, just ahead of Beatrice. It's Amy Godsave touched there first. I'm sure we'll catch that one on the timer. Once again, don't worry parents and swimmers if the timing board doesn't display your time. We have backup timing systems that will cover that. Event 319 is the boys 10 and over 200 meters of breaststroke. We have heat 1 of 10. Referee. So after the rush there of the 50, we've got the gentle thing of the oh dear, Jack Ritchie there from Costa, lane 8. Unfortunately his goggles came off in a dive and he got in his mouth. He's had to pull out there. Never mind. William Fawcett's over in lane 1 from Watford. Henry Clark lane 2. Watford. Alex Hollis lane 3. Watford. Tom Dennis Harpenden lane 4. Vincent Braniff, Watford lane 5. Toby Martin, Harpenden lane 6. Sam Safa Vizadera from Cheshunt. Sorry there, Sam in lane 7. And Jack Ritchie there, Costa lane 8, proving you can only do 10 meters with your goggles in your mouth. Tom Dennis going well here in lane 4. Harpenden swimmer, lovely glide going on there in his stroke. Toby Martin also going well there from Harpenden over in lane 6. He's going to turn second. Harpenden 1-2 at this point in a sea of Watford. Sam Unpronounceable from Cheshunt, lane 7. Slowest qualifier in this one, so not expected to win it, but going well at this stage. Watford swimmers starting to come back now. Henry Clark, lane 2, making his move, as is Vincent Braniff, lane 5. Still a Harpenden 1-2 though, with 50 to go. What can Watford do now to disrupt this Harpenden 1-2? Vincent Braniff then holding on to Toby Martin. Can he take second from him? We'll see. Tom Dennis, though, still out in front. He's led all the way. Starting to tire. Everybody's coming back at him, but I think he's going to do it. Here comes Toby Martin, though. Big finish from him. It is Tom that finishes first. With Toby, Harpenden 1-2. Vincent Braniff splits them in third. Heat 2, referee.
Take your mark.
11 and 12-year-olds in this one. Max Whelan, Verulam swimmer in lane 1. Ryan Wall, Royston swimmer lane 2. Rashan Brown, Hatfield lane 3. Henry Catterfeld, Hatfield lane 4. Royston swimmer Edward Ormsby lane 5. Thomas Lydiard from Ware lane 6. Igor Mordejai in lane 7. And Roman Artamonov in lane 8 from Bishop Stortford. Is that right? So Royston swimmer Edward Ormsby going well here. Ryan Wall, also from Royston, turning in second. Edward Ormsby then still out in front. Thomas Lydiard from Ware on his shoulder. And Royston's Ryan Wall coming through there in lane 2. Going well, Roman Artamonov, lane 8. Keeping up with the pace. 4 or 5 boys in this one. Ryan Wall then coming through now in lane 2. I hope he doesn't think this is the last one. He's got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. There we go. So, I knew it. I knew it. So Ryan Wall having a little breather there. Thought he finished. Edward Ormsby's still holding second. Solid all the way. Thomas Lydiard holding on for third. Ryan Wall then thought he finished a minute ago. We'll have to see what the referee thinks of his turn. But he's finished there 3:23, which is a massive improvement on his qualifying time. We'll see what the referee has to say about his turn, but really good swim either way. And as the rest of them come through, we'll finish that heat. Thank you. Heat 3, referee. Hatfield's Joseph O'Hara, lane 1. Elliot Ball from Potters Bar, lane 2. Jake Moore, Potters Bar, lane 3. Max Gregory, Bushy, lane 4. Andrew Tembra, Potters Bar, lane 5. William Buckley, Watford, lane 6. Theo Lim, Watford, lane 7. And Marco Borges from Stevenage in lane 8. Jake Moore then swimming well. He's had a good couple of weekends. He turns first just ahead of lane 5, Andrew Tembra. Although lane 6 there, Will Buckley got a hell of a turn and came out in front. So the two Potters Bar swimmers doing quite well here. Jake Moore just ahead of his training partner, Elliot Ball. Jake's actually younger than Elliot, but turns first there with 50 to go. Sorry, 100 to go. Once again then lane 3, Jake Moore racing ahead here with his training partner Elliot Ball. Andrew Tembra, lane 5 ahead of the field. Just, they're not going to take the two Potters Bar boys here. Both of these boys qualified in the 3:27, 3:28 range. Elliot's coming back here. Elliot coming back on Jake Moore. Jake Moore holding it, 10 to go. He's pulled a meter back, but now I think there's not enough room. Jake Moore's going to take this in the final 5. 3:16 and 3:17. That's 10 seconds each off their qualifying times. Fantastic racing from Potters Bar swimmers there, as Andrew Tembra comes in for Hatfield to take 3rd. Heat 4, referee. Okay, lots of 13 and 14-year-olds in this one. Alexander Calvabore is in lane 1 from Berkhamsted. Charlie Stanbury, Potters Bar, swimmer in lane 2. Henry Newbury Kemp, Hemel Hempstead, swimmer in lane 3. Samuel Pyfinch, Tring, lane 4. Adam Cooper, Berkhamsted, lane 5. Luca Wilson, Hartman and swimmer in lane 6. Ethan Howard, Potters Bar, swimmer in lane 7, is only 11 years old. He's the youngest swimmer in this one. And William Preslin, Bushy swimmer, 13 years old, lane 8. Adam Cooper, though, Berkhamsted swimmer, just ahead at this stage. Very nice, slow stroke there. Hopefully he'll keep that going. So Adam Cooper from Berkhamsted ahead of the field here. Nothing in it really for second. Possibly lane 1 there. Alexander Calvabor. We'll see at the turn. It is just really nothing in it though. 5 or 6 swimmers now vying for second place. Good turn there from Sam Pyfinch in lane 4. So Adam Cooper here cruising along really. Looks like I do when I do breaststroke. Just cruising. Like a little training swim for him, but he's well out ahead. Sam Pyfinch, yet another good turn. Puts him out. He comes in third, comes out second every turn. Not got the best speed in the pool, but his turns are fantastic. Keep an eye on Ethan Howard as well. 11 years old. Most of the 11 swimmers finished 2 or 3 heats ago, so he's doing really well here to hang on with these 13-year-olds. Adam qualified in 3:14. Looks like he's going to beat that one. Sam Pyfinch, Henry Newbury Kemp racing for second and third here. Looks like Henry's just going to take it. And then all eyes on Ethan Howard then, the 11-year-old. 3:24 qualification and 3:19 for his time. Well done. Heat 5, referee. So just before I announce the swimmers in this heat, I've got 2 notices of disqualification from event 319, the boys. Heat 2, lane 2, and heat 3, lane 4 for technical infringements. Edward Richardson, Hartman in lane 1. Leonardo Malagoli, Hertford, lane 2. Patrick Kovar, Watford, lane 3. Eldrick Manella, Stevenage, lane 4. Arvin Rodriguez from Watford in lane 5. Charles Taverner, Watford swimmer in lane 6. And Rural Shepherd, Hartman and swimmer lane 7 with Cub Madsen in lane 8. From Hatfield. So Hartman and swimmer Rural Shepherd going well here, turning first just ahead of Cub Madison from Hatfield. Cub, the youngest swimmer in this one. He's only 12 in lane 8, but he's doing well here with the 13 and 14-year-olds. So coming up to 50 to go. Royal Shepherd being caught there in the last 5 meters by Cub Madsen, who's got 2 more to go. Another one. Stopped, didn't realize he had 2 more to go. Lane 4 then coming through. Edric Manella handed it on a plate by Cub Madison. Royal Shepherd just ahead, but here comes Edric Manella and Patrick Kovar over in lanes 3 and 4. I think he's going to hang on. Royal's going to hang on there and win this one. All for second place there. It was Edric Manella beat Patrick Kovar there after Cub Madison stopped with 2 to go. Heat 6, referee. Scott Carpenter then, Hoddesdon lane 1, Enzo Lim, Watford lane 2, James Gisborne, Bishop Stortford Swimmer lane 3, Noah Cornwell, Potters Bar lane 4. Daniel Hollis, lane 5, Sidious St Albans. Max Robertson from Hatfield, lane 6. William Benson from Verulam, lane 7. And Jack Savage, Potters Bar Swimmer in lane 8. James Gisborne then. Very long, stridey stroke there in lane 3. Just behind him, Noah Cornwell, Potters Bar, lane 2. So 2 meters now opened up with these two. Bishop Stortford swimmer 7/10 of a second ahead. James Gisborne still ahead. Noah Cornwell turning 3rd there. Max Robertson from Hatfield leading the charge for 3rd. Just outside of him, William Benson, lane 7, Verulam, going very well too. Final 25 then. Big long stroke, starts to pull away from Noah Cornwell. Big long stroke from James, Hatfield swimmer. Max Robertson coming back. He might catch Noah Cornwell, but there's 5 to go. He's going to run out of pool. He's definitely going faster. And we've still got 50 to go. So, he's led from the start, James Gisborne. Noah Cornwell on his shoulder, pulling hard. Really going strong here. It is James Gisborne finishes 1st. Ahead of Noah Cornwell. with Max Robertson, Hatfield Simmer taking third. Heat 7, referee.
Take your marks.
Lewis Clark then from Hemel Lane 1, George Williams, Harpenden Lane 2, Harry Arbuthnot from Harpenden Lane 3, Benjamin Green, Watford Lane 4, Zane Batts, Cheshunt Lane 5, Taylor Coe, Cheshunt Lane 6, Nathaniel Hopkins from Verulam in Lane 7, and Luke Temple from Harpenden in Lane 8. I have a notice of disqualification from Heat 5. Lane 8 has been disqualified for a technical infraction. Harry Arbuthnot then just ahead of Benjamin Green at this halfway stage. Someone told the referee I need a break after this one so I can read the finalists for the girls' breaststroke. Thank you. Girls' backstroke, sorry. Okay. Heat 7, referee.
Take your mark.
Thomas Tolland from City of St Albans, Lane 1. Samuel Oakley, Potters Bar, Lane 2. Ewan Donald, Berkhamsted, Lane 3. Dominic McCarthy, Hoddesdon, Lane 4. Alfie Francis from Potters Bar, Lane 5. Stephen Bright from Watford in Lane 6. Callum Wollaston, Lane 7 from Cheshunt, and Alexander Horn, City of St Albans, Lane 8. Alfie Francis going well here in Lane 5 after taking gold at his age group this morning for the 50. Coming into halfway then. Callum Wollaston just ahead of Stephen Bright and Ewan Donald, but really nothing in this. Top 5 swimmers all pretty much together. Still Callum. 50 to go. Callum then from Alfie Francis. Over in lane 3, Ewan Donald, Berkhamsted going well. So Callum's pulled away then in the second half of this race. He's going to take first. Alfie Francis, who takes second, just ahead of Ewan Donald from Berkhamsted, who takes third. Heat 9, referee. Matthias Morse is in lane 1 from Hemel Hempstead. Daniel Lush, Potters Bar in lane 2. Lewis Shaler, Watford, lane 3. David Shipman, Potters Bar, lane 4. Callum Harold, Bishop Stortford, lane 5. Joseph Caldwell, Hemel Hempstead, lane 6. Yuto Watanabe from Hatfield, lane 7. And Kyle Holmes, Hemel Hempstead, lane 8. David Shipman then, long rangy breaststroke. Could have shaved this morning though, might have shaved 100th off here though. Sporting a new beard. Turns just ahead of lane 1, Matthias Morse, and lane 3, Lewis Shaler. So David, 18-year-old swimmer from Potters Bar, qualified in 2:37.4. We'll be looking for a strong finish in the final 50. Lane 1 coming through really well here. Matthias Morse, Hemel Hempstead, just ahead of Lewis Shaler. Kyle Holmes here in lane 8. Isn't done yet either. He's coming through strongly. No one's going to catch David Shipman, no. So 2:37 qualifying time. Must have done that a while ago because he's going to come through here in 2:30.12. Well done, David. Great swim there. Matthias Morse finishes 2:34.45. to take second, and Lewis Shaler, 2:35.72, takes third. This is the final then, the time final for this event. We're going to announce the swimmers So in lane 1, give it up please for Yannick Wilson. Lane 2, Ayatobi Laguda. Lane 3, Ralph Munzer. Lane 4, Charles Rayner. Lane 5, William Luffman. Lane 6, Cole James. Lane 7, Bryn Cowser. And lane 8, Joseph Richardson. Over to you, referee. Okay, this is the time final. There's no rerun for this event. Yannick Wilson, lane 1 from Hartmanden. Hatfield's Ayatobi Laguda, lane 2. Costa's Ralph Munzer, lane 3. Hatfield's Charles Rayner. Expect a big race from him in lane 4. William Loveman, Costa, lane 5. Cole James, lane 6. Bryn Cowser, Bishop Stortford, lane 7. Joseph Richardson, Hartmanden, lane 8. So 3 swimmers here qualified in the 226 region, with Charles Rayner from Hatfield qualifying under 225. So expect a big second half from him, but he's currently controlling this race with William Loveman and Ralph Munzer. Still the 3 swimmers, but Ayatobi Laguda's coming through there in lane 2, trying to join the party at the top as William Loveman overtakes Charles Rayner with 50 to go? Yes. So William Loveman ahead of Charles Rayner. City of St Albans swimmer just ahead of the Hatfield superstar. Ralph Munzer's not out of this either. Ayatobi Laguda just left behind now by the pace of these 3 swimmers, but it's William Loveman with 10 to go, 5 to go. William Loveman ahead of Ralph Munzer. Charles Rayner pulling backwards. Look at that. Who says the form book counts? William Loveman there. 2:26.72 to take that race from Ralph Munzer, completing the 1-2 with Hatfield taking bronze. Clear the pool now, please. Clear the pool. While we're just clearing the pool, then I have the results and the finalists for the boys 50 meters backstroke. The 10 years and over finalists are, so this is the girls, sorry, the girls I should say. The 10 year and over girls finalists for the 10 and 11 year olds: Phoebe Gill, Jessica Dunnett, Raisa Vickery, Thea Patel, Sophie Bradley, Eva Glynn, Phoebe Matthews, and Hannah Cushion. The reserves are Amy Harper and Abby Hackworth. 12-year-olds age group: Molly Cobold, Kia Phillips, Isabella Yeebsley, Holly Morgan, Megan Worley, Grace Corley, Amy Borum, Neve O'Mara, and the reserves are Karis Tolland and Jamie Wardell. In the 13-year-old category, Amelia Dunwoody, Ella Nykamp, Jessica Coleman, Gemma Nottage, Sophie Chen, Laura Hull, Lucy Coyabel, Hannah Brooke, and the reserves: Isabel Geller, and Freya Riley. 14-year-old category, Jessica Keogh, Harriet Clements, Millie Fields, Abigail Hewson, Ellie Hollis, Amelia Anderton, Isabella Chapman, and Catherine Ryan. The reserves, Elida Dunwoody and Kira Wharton. The 15-year-olds, finalists, Lily Merritt, Libby Dunford, Isabel Harbour, Madeline Stairs, Isabella Soulsby, Jessica Heesam, Chloe Burko-Boateng, and Bianca Mizakova, with reserves Jessica Woodward and Fleur Getz. And in the 16 years and over final, Josie Precious White, Amy Godsave, Lauren Stott, Claire Burrell, Beatrice Barder, Neve James, Emily Lush, and Larissa Dean, with reserves Sophie Taylor and Agnes Burns. You have 10 minutes, ladies, to register any withdrawals. 10 minutes. Thank you. We're on to event 320, the girls 10 and over, 200 meters breaststroke. This is heat 1 of 13. Referee. Very good dive there from Ziying Wang, City of St Albans swimmer in lane 3, only 10 years old, executing the perfect racing dive there. S. Harrison Mirror from St Albans is in lane 4. Jessica Drury from Hitchin, lane 5. I don't actually have Miss Harrison Mirror. I don't have her first name, I'm afraid, but she is currently winning this race from lane 4. Perhaps the City of St Albans coach could come and tell me her first name. I'll be able to announce it. It's Scarlett, ladies and gentlemen. Scarlett Harrison Mirror. Is that right? Yeah, brilliant. Scarlett Harrison Mirror something. She's doing really well here. Jessica Drury then Hitchin swimmer lane 5 catching. And Ziying Wang, St Albans, as I say, 10-year-olds holding 3rd. Halfway in, Scarlett turning first, just ahead of Jessica, with Ziying still in this as a 10-year-old. Scarlett then qualified 3:46.94. Keep going. Keep going. Look at that. Ziying Wang, all of a sudden 10 years old, kept swimming, right back in this race. Loads of problems this afternoon with kids Stopping at 6 lengths in the 200-meter races. Something maybe for the coaches to think about as their swimmers warm up. So Scarlett Harrison Miroir with a quick stop in between. Qualified 3:46. Just going to beat that there, 3:44. And seeing their fantastic finish for our youngest swimmer in this event. Well done. Heat 2, referee. Just move to the wall, please. Move to the wall. Move to the wall. You stood in the middle of the lane. No. Never mind. All right, all 11-year-old swimmers in this one. Abby Hackworth from Hatfield, lane 2. Amy Harper from Watford, lane 3. Erin Younger from Verulam, lane 4. Ava Black, City of St Albans, lane 5. Eddie Horton from Tring in lane 6. And Eloise Dixon from Hemel Hempstead in lane 7. Good start there from Erin Younger. Just ahead of Eloise Dixon, who turned in second place, but opening up a reasonable lead there from lane 4. As we come to the halfway then. Lane 3 just turning ahead of lane 2. So Amy just ahead of Abby Hackworth. The medals for the 200-meter age group finals are available from the medal desk. If you medaled in the age group final of your 200, you can get your medal from the medal desk. So Amy Harper now from Watford, just ahead of Erin Younger, Verulam swimmer, who took us out for the first 100. Okay, if any swimmers have lost their mobile phone in the changing rooms, go and speak to the referees, please. So final couple of meters then. Amy Harper, Watford Summer, holding on then with Erin Younger from Verulam, who led from the start. She's not going to take this. Good finish from Amy. She's going to bring this home in 2:36.95. Way, way better than her 3:30.44 qualifying time. Good personal best there, hopefully. Once again, if you have left your mobile phone in the changing rooms, it was a blue cased mobile phone. You might have left it in the changing room. Please go and speak to the referees. I also have one notification of disqualification. This is from Heat 1 of this event, Lane 5, for a technical infringement. Heat 3, referee. So sorry, in that last one, in the Heat 1, there were two disqualifications. That was from Lane 4 and Lane 5 for technical infringements. So, Ain Dunwoody in lane 1 from Costa. Rianne Manella, lane 2, Stevenage. Alice Longman, lane 3, Bishop Stortford. Jamie Wardell, lane 4, Bishop Stortford. Robin Hartley, lane 5 from Hatfield. Leela Adaro Burnett from Verulam in lane 6. And Rachel Carpenter from Hoddesdon, lane 7. Mia Hickman from Berkhamsted completes the lineup in lane 8. So, Hatfield Summer, Robin Hartley, currently leading with Alice Longman in lane 3 from Bishop Stortford. At the halfway mark, it is Alice that turns first. Jamie Wardell, also Bishop Stortford, turns second, with Robin Hartley Hatfield turning third. Really not much in this though, as they start the second half of this race. So all change here. Robin Hartley back in front from Hatfield. Just ahead now of Alice Longman at the turn. Jamie Wardell, lane 4. Fastest qualifier for this one. 3:32.41. A number of swimmers coming back into this then on the final 50. We'll look at lane 8, Mia Hickman. Berkhamsted swimmer swimming herself back into this. Alice Longman then, fighting with a training partner, Jamie Wardell. Just ahead of Hatfield swimmer Robin Hartley. Robin Hartley coming back in the final 5 though. Look at that, 4.53. Jamie Wardell takes it just ahead of Robin Hartley from Hatfield. And Alice Longman from Bishop Stortford takes third. Heat 4, referee.
Change your mark.
Berkhamsted Summer Christina Soulsby is in lane 1. Amber Harbour from Verulam, lane 2. Lily Blount, Potters Bar, lane 3. Alexandra Braniff, Watford, lane 4. Olivia Woschik-Jarjosh in lane 5 from Verulam. Florence Cowley, lane 6 from Harpenden. Simran Masir, lane 7 from Chesants. And Kizzy Beckwith from Hemel Hempstead is in lane 8. So Alexandra Braniff, Watford Swimmer in lane 4, taking it out the halfway stage, just ahead of Lily Blount, Potters Bar, and Florence from Harpenden in lane 6. Still Watford swimmer Alexander Braniff way ahead then. Florence Crowley holding on from Harpenden in second, with Lily Blount currently in third. So Alexandra qualified 3:27. Big finish from her there. 3:20, 7-second PB over a qualifying time. Very good. 3:24 for Florence, and Lily Blount comes in there taking third, 3:26. I have 2 notices of disqualification from Heat 2. Lanes 4 and 7, and in Heat 3, lane 8 for technical infringements. Heat 5, referee. So Racer Vickery from City of St Albans is in lane 1. Emily Cairn Cross from Hitchin, lane 2. Isabella Doon from Watford, lane 3. Mother of Dragons, Amelia Clark, lane 4, Watford. Megan Worley, lane 5, Watford. Charlotte Williams, Chesant, lane 6. Tilly Stratford is in lane 7 from Hemel, and Rachel Anderson from Hatfield, lane 8. Emily Kane Cross, Hitchin Summer going well there in lane 2. So Emily Kane Cross from Hitchin. Turning first at the halfway stage, then most of the swimmers all together then. 8, 6 and 7, all turning 137. The 200-meter race is all about pacing yourself. Emily Kane Cross still hanging on to first place. But Charlotte Williams from Cheshunt is coming back at her, as is Tilly Stratford, Rachel Anderson, and the 2 Watford swimmers, Amelia Clark and Megan Worley. Lots of swimmers still in this one, ladies and gentlemen, with 50 to go. Here we go then. Emily Kane Cross. It looks like she's going to hold this. She's held a 4-meter lead pretty much since lane 2. Rachel Anderson from lane 8 is going to come through and take second. And just holding on there to third was Charlotte Williams from Cheshunt. Heat 6, referee. Isabella Matthews, lane 1, Hatfield. Jasmine Brackenbury, Hitchin Summit in lane 2. Kirsty Fuge, Isabella Yeebsley, and Antonia Jubb, all 3 Hatfield swimmers in lanes 3, 4 and 5. Bella Parkus from Hoddesdon, lane 6. Isabella Stairs from Watford in lane 7. And Izzy Short from Hoddesdon in lane 8. So Hatfield out in front on this one. Kirsty Fuge leading from lane 3. Isabella Stairs from Watford though in lane 7. Holding on. Nothing in it between 6 and 4. That's Bella Parkhurst and Isabella Yeesby. Kirsty qualified in 3:15 for this. So on for a big PB. Hodderson swimmer Bella Parkus also going well compared to her qualifying time over in lane 6. All eyes on the clock then for Kirsty. 3:15 dead was her qualifying time. She's going to come in well under that, ladies and gentlemen. No mean feat for a 12-year-old, but does really well there to come in 3:06. Hopefully a big PB for her. Lane 6 there, Bella Parkus coming in 3:09 compared to 3:16. And taking third was Antonia Jubb at 3:14. I have a notice of disqualification from Heat 5, Lane 3, for a technical infringement. Heat 7, referee. Jessica Warren then, Watford swimmer in lane 1, doing well here. Isabella Geller in lane 2 from Tring. Sophie Georgiou, Hatfield swimmer in lane 3. Katie Jeffrey, another Hatfield swimmer in lane 4. Jess Robertson from City of St Albans turned first there at the 50. In lane 5, Gemma Nottage, lane 6 from Watford. Grace Corley's in lane 7 from Hemel Hempstead. And Katie Lane in lane 8 from City of St Albans. Jessica Robertson then just holding off Katie Jeffrey from Hatfield. Really just those two girls in this race though at the front. Lane 1, Jessica Warren pulling well. Closely followed by Isabel Geller in lane 2. Cat and mouse then at the front. Jessica Robertson seems to have a better turn. And then throughout the length, Katie Jeffrey comes back with a slightly better stroke. Let's see how this turn goes. Really nothing in it. Well, this time, Katie had the better turn. Katie Jeffrey then from Hatfield, starting to pull away in the final length from Jessica Robertson. Katie qualified in 3:10. She's going to smash that 3:04.53. Takes first from Jessica Robertson. Coming in for third, it's going to be on the touch, lane 2. Isabel Geller from Tring, 3:10.96. Heat 8, referee. Jessie Bird in lane 1 from Stevenage. Evie Brown, lane 2 from Watford. Maggie Wiper, lane 3, Hoddesdon. Isabella Chapman, lane 4, Harpenden. Charlotte Anderson, Bishop Stortford Summit, lane 5. Ellie Dunwoody in lane 6 from Costa. Lydia Zanetti, Watford Summit, lane 7. And Alice Richardson, Harpenden, lane 8. So Lydia and Isabella turning pretty much neck and neck there. Not much in this. Lane 8, Alice Richardson, and lane 3, Maggie Piper. Swimming well too. Isabella Chapman from Harpenden just pulling slightly ahead of Lydia Zanetti there in that last 50. Still not much in it, only a stroke. So Isabella Chapman now starting to boss this race. Opened up a good lead now on Lydia. Coming through quite nicely. Evie Brown over from Watford in lane 2. Having a little tussle, Alice Richardson from Harpenden for 3rd place here. Looks like Ellie Dunwoody is going to race too far here in this one, way off her qualifying time. Perhaps saving herself. Big win then for lane 4. Isabella Chapman, qualified 3:05, goes 2:56. Who's going to take 3rd? On the touch, it is lane 2, 3:07.26 for Evie Brown, compared to a 3:07.90 qualifying time, so bang on. I have a notice of disqualification from Heat 7, lane 2 for a technical infringement. Heat 9, referee. Chloe Warren, lane 1, Watford. Victoria Brackenbury from Hitchin in lane 2. Victoria Pope from Watford, lane 3. Amelia Dunwoody, City St Albans, lane 4. Daria Theobald in lane 5 from Hitchin. Emily Brown from Watford, lane 6. Lucy Coyabell from City St Albans, lane 7. And Jessica Heesum, Potters Bar, lane 8. Lane 2 then, Victoria Brackenbury taking an early lead after 50. Chloe Warnes on lane 1 just behind her. Victoria Brackenbury then ahead of Amelia Dunwoody. Coming through, Daria Theobald there in lane 5. But it's Victoria Brackenbury, hitching swimmer, who's coming away with this. 100 to go after this turn. Amelia Dunwoody holding on just ahead there of Daria Theobald now. Coming through, Amelia Brown, Watford. Victoria Pope from Watford having a good turn there. Jess Eastham not out of this either in lane 8. Very good turn, not so good on the straight. No one's going to catch her though. Victoria Brackenbury from Hitchin. Well out in front here. 15 to go. Amelia Dunwoody, City of St Albans, put on a big charge there. She's closed her down in the final 10, but just went out of space. She's going to take second, just ahead of Daria Theobald. Heat 10, referee. Anastasia Wilkinson, Hatfield, lane 1. Sarah Mahmood, lane 2, Hatfield. Georgia Pritchard, lane 3, also Hatfield. Dana Shepperson, lane 4, Potters Bar. Ella Murphy, lane 5, Harpenden. Scarlett Tang. Letcher Summer in lane 6. Tamsin Moran Berkhamsted, lane 7. And Lorwyn Ellis, County of Berkhamsted. Sorry, City of St Albans in lane 8. Ella Murphy then, Hartman and Swimmer qualified 2:59, so we'll definitely be looking to go sub 3 minutes here today. Dana Shepperson also qualified 2:59, slightly off the pace though at this point. Really pushing hard now, Ella Murphy. Something to prove here in lane 5. 50 to go. Should be well under 3 minutes. Georgia Pritchard now starting to turn the boosters on from lane 3, as has Anastasia Wilkinson in lane 1. But going really hard here, Ella Murphy, pretty much from the third length, has really hit the boosters and held on tight. Look at this, qualified 2:59, 2:49. Really big finish there, well done Ella, taking that one comfortably. Georgia Pritchard coming through to take third with teammate from Hatfield, Anastasia Wilkinson, taking third, 2:59. Heat 11, referee. Eliza Connery, Potters Bar, lane 1. Kira Beaver, Watford, lane 2. Jessica Bond, Hatfield, lane 3. Harriet Newman, lane 4, Potters Bar. Sonia Loudon, lane 5, Hitchin. Jessica Leitner is a no-swimmer in lane 6. Nia Jordan, lane 7, Hatfield. And Millie Herbert from lane 8, Hemel Hempstead. Lane 5 then, Sonia Loudon taking the lead here from Hitchin. 2:55 qualification time. Hatfield's Nia Jordan working really hard in lane 7. Harriet Newman still in this lane 4, as is Millie Herbert from Hemel in lane 8. Sonia Loudon still out in front. Good leg there from Harriet Newman. Brings her back up to second, just ahead of Nia and Millie, who are fighting over here in lanes 7 and 8. Final length then. Sonia Loudon comfortably going to win this one. Harriet Newman from Potters Bar is going to take second by the looks of things, pulling slightly ahead of Nia, who has Millie now probably a meter out behind. So Nia takes third with 2:56. Heat 12, referee. Caitlin Hartley from Hatfield in lane 1. Harriet Clements from Watford in lane 2. Georgia Perkis from Hemel Hempstead, lane 3. Nicole Egenez in lane 4 from City of St Albans. Grace Stedman, lane 5 from City of St Albans. Neve Kelly's in lane 6 from Hatfield. Chloe Lavin from City of St Albans, lane 7. And Fleur Hines from Watford is in lane 8. So it's Georgia Perkis and Grace Stedman just ahead of Nicole Jeunesse at the 50. Georgia Perkis then, Hemel Hempstead swimmer ahead at this stage. The two Costa swimmers, Nicole and Grace, holding on to second and third. So Georgia, not the fastest qualifier here in this heat, but qualified 2:50.48. Well on track for that, I'd say. Still Georgia with 25 to go. Georgia Perkis from Nicole Jeunesse. Grace Stedman now struggling to keep with the pace. Coming through, Caitlin Hartley and Harriet Clements in lanes 1 and 2. Also swimming strongly lane 6, Neve Kelly. But it is going to be Georgia Perkis takes it 2:47.86. Nicole Jeunesse 2:49, and third Grace Stedman 2:52. Clear the pool, please, girls. Clear the pool. Clear the pool. So this then is the timed final for the girls 200 meters of breaststroke. That's event 320. Please give it up. In lane 1 from Hatfield, Ella Norton. Lane 2 from Watford, Emily Sellen. Lane 3 from Watford, Erin O'Meara. Lane 4 from Hatfield, Louise Fidesz. Lane 5 from Hatfield, Alara Norton. Lane 6 from Hatfield, Laura Copping. Lane 7 from Hatfield, Jessica Farrow. And in lane 8 from Watford, Lucy Park. Over to you, referee. So the final then, Ella Norton, Hatfield, Summer. Big spread of ages here. We've got 14 all the way up to early 20s, let's say that. Ella Norton in lane 1's the youngest at 14 years old. Emily Sellen, 19-year-old swimmer in lane 2. Erin O'Meara is in lane 3, she's 15. And then we have a load of 17 and 18-year-olds. But it's 18-year-old Laura Copping. Did very well this morning in the 50. has gone out really well here with the first 50. So it's all about what's left in the tank, what pace you've got here. One thing's for sure, Laura Copping has the pace. She won the 50 this morning, so she's got all the speed. It's all about stamina now as she holds on at 100, just ahead of Alara Norton in lane 5. While this race is progressing, we have a disqualification from heat 12, lane 5, for a technical infringement. Still Laura Copping then. Definitely not the quickest qualifier for this. Qualified 2:42. The two ladies inside her qualified in 2:40, so going well here. Really well to Laura Copping. I really don't think anybody's going to catch her now. She's got the pace. She's going to take the 50 and the 200. Very successful day for Laura. All about the time. Qualified in 2:42. It's going to smash that, ladies and gentlemen. 2:39.12. Well done. Coming in second, Alara Norton there with Louise Fitters taking third. Subject, of course, to ratification. Okay, clear the pool, ladies. We're going to have a 10-minute break now before the boys and girls 50 backstroke finals. A 10-minute break, that means the finals are going to take place at 14 minutes past 4. We'll be back with you very shortly.